What's going on, guys? My name is Jinxer, and this video is for the dads slash casuals who just want to learn how to play the game at a somewhat sweaty level, or all the tips that we know that you guys might not know. So I'm going to give you guys the basics on a lot of stuff. I have 500 hours in the game. I almost have 4,000 knocks confirmed, kills, and this is what I've experienced so far in Arc Raiders. Tip 1 I want to give to you all, ladies and gentlemen, healing. Healing is a very big factor in this game, but for those who don't know, you can actually combo heal certain items. A lot of people don't know about that. Now, combo healing is very useful in situations where you get down to 1 HP, or you're in a very sticky situation where you have to heal fast and get back into the fight to help your friends or kill your enemies faster before they kill you. So this one's pretty simple for shield. What you want to do is, all you have to do is pop a shield recharger and a surge shield recharger. You may ask me what's combo, or why does this matter, or how faster it is compared to just popping 2 shield rechargers. I'll show you that right now. This is a shield recharger being popped. My shield recharger is active, and you can actually combo recharge with the surge. And watch my health go up. I am back to full with the heavy shield. This also works with blue shields. This is pointless to do with green shields. If you're running a green shield, there's no point in doing this. So if you are ever caught in a situation with a green shield, never waste your surge shield recharger or even bring one in the first place. So if you're ever caught in a situation where you're 1 HP and you need to heal fast, you always want to heal over shield. Shield only gives you damage reduction. It doesn't fully cover you from taking damage. So this is why when you get shot with the shield on, you take slight HP damage. So always heal before you shield. Another tip is, quickly, I always have my herbal, then my shield recharger, and then whatever else I have in my quick use, because my brain just automatically goes heal, shield, and whatever else I want. Okay, so this is how you combo heal with a Vita shot and anti-bandage. But I recommend a sterile, but a lot of people are running herbal, so we'll use a herbal for this explanation. Pop a herbal, and then you're gonna just pop a Vita straight after, and you're gonna insta heal to full. That's how fast you can heal to full and get back into the fight. This is what I would recommend, bringing one of each time. 1 Vita shot, 1 surge shield recharger, and use those 2 combos if you desperately need to get back into the fight. This also helps with a lot of third parties. So the second tip I want to go over is vertical versus horizontal recoil. Now it's pretty simple. Tfue explained this greatly, but I'm going to try to dumb it down even further. It's simple. You want horizontal recoil versus vertical. Vertical is more easier to control than horizontal. Horizontal is 2 different directions. Vertical is 1. For example, once again, you aim down and up with vertical. Horizontal is 2 different motions. Vertical, all you have to do when you're shooting is by pulling down on your mouse to control it, because vertical only goes up in recoil, not down. Horizontal is left and right, so you can't control. One is 2 directions, one is 1 direction. Basically, all you do is pull down. So I would always recommend having angled grip versus a vertical grip. So this tip is for the people who want to play a little bit more safer and passive. If you're ever going to go into a map, like let's say Control Tower on Dam, and you go up the elevator to get to the 2nd floor or the staircase, what I always like to do is have 2 sets of landmines. So I always bring some sort of landmine to come with me just to use as a sound cue. What I mean by sound cue is it's going to tell me information if players are coming up on either side, and it gives me a sense of security. So what I like to do is I always set one at like a zipline, for example, because I know someone's coming up and I don't need to worry about it until this goes off. Or if I'm just walking somewhere that's like a one-way intersection, so I mean a 2-way intersection, so only 2 ways to come from either side, I'll just set landmines there and just keep them there so I know that I'm safe in between. A lot of these are good for hallways and things like that, and it gives me the jump on people and gives me info on exactly where they are. So another tip is some quick movement tech. All you have to do, this is a bad example, but if you go to the zipline, a lot of people still don't know this, which I'm still somehow shocked about. If you just go on the zipline and you just jump down like this and press E last second, you actually don't take any fall damage. I'll post a clip of me doing it in more depth, but it's pretty simple. Just press E at the last second or whatever you're playing. It's not hard to do. Where you going, boy? Chasing his friend. Where you going, boy? Oh, they're juice. Quick tip for those who don't know. Also, if you're ever trying to escape and you have to go up a quick zip line, just jump and do it. You get slightly more momentum. It's very small, but it's still worth it. This also works for these type of zip lines too. Jump forward, press E last second, and you'll gain all that momentum. Here's another PvP
Down
tip.
there.
There's a currently new bug where if you just roll at the end of a dodge, sorry, there's another bug in the game right now. If you do it below 20 meters, aka right there, that's below 20 meters, it says 15, you can actually roll off the edge and take no fall damage. Wow. I know. Very cool. You can press E on a ladder last second, and you can get down a ladder super quick, like a bigger one. You take no fall damage. Now, if you want to be a sweaty dad, the only 3 guns I recommend right now, or maybe even 4, is the Stitcher, the Arpeggio, the Venenator, and the Kettle. Now, the Kettle is the best weapon right now, and I'm not going to say it for good reason, but if you take out the Kettle and you shoot it, you know, normally it's just, you know, not fast, and then it's just right? You know, it seems normal, right? It seems normal. Well, there's currently a macro / exploit everyone's doing right now, and it's an auto clicker. If you have a Logitech G Pro mouse, you can simply just go to the macro place. I'll put on the video as I'm speaking over this. You can, it's very simple. It takes like 5 seconds. You select the no repeat option, click once, save it, drag it over to your mouse 5, which is my side button, and then all you have to do is aim, point, fire, and this is what happens. Now, this is very good for fights. I'll post a clip right now of me using it. It is very broken right now. It out DPSs the Venenator or any other gun, including a Bobcat for close range. It needs to get patched ASAP, and I think it's stupidly OP.
You just won't get
On me. One dead. One's pushing me. I gotta push back. Go on the both. I cracked both cracked. This next tip is for the duos or trios of dads who are getting swamped completely by people when they're trying to res. It's so simple. Please bring 1 smoke grenade or even a little smoke grenade. Little smokes are so cheap to craft. The reason why you want to do this is if your friend goes down out in the open behind, like, you know, non-solid cover or just in general, this is so useful. Throw the smoke grenade at where they are, run with the defib, and just smoke grenade them. This is so easy and useful that the smoke grenade is so big that they'll have no clue where you are and it'll be very hard to shoot you. Please start bringing smoke grenades. Another thing I want to bring up is barricades. Please bring barricades. It's pretty simple. If you're pushing into like a building or like a very known building like Blue Gate Bunker or like Buried City or something, you use it to block off an entrance. It's very useful for like Control Tower. Once again, I know I keep using that example, but there's so many doorways / things you can place in there that it's so useful to use it for cover / gives you an advantage where you don't have to look anymore unless someone takes it off. It is so useful. Please start bringing barricade kits. It's very non-sought after, and I don't understand why. Another thing I want to go over is adrenaline shots. Bring them more often. Bring at least a stack of 5 or 10. The reason for this is if you want to rush your favorite place to loot or to get somewhere quicker or even fighting. The reason why you use this in fighting because it gives you a small burst of infinite stamina. I'll show you an example after I run around like a stupid moron. Okay, so my stamina is at 0. I pop this, it instant regains, and it goes back to the neutral thing. You can infinitely roll or do a free roll without losing any stamina. This is so useful for combat to where you can pop adrenaline or rush somebody and you get the stamina advantage. Stamina is very useful out in the open, especially when you're fighting behind cover or you're using a shotgun or something like that. It's very useful. You get a lot more stamina quicker and you can use more dodge rolls than the other person if needed. For those who aren't aware right now, the best augments to be using is Survivor Augment. I'm using this because I was just doing trials. The reason why I use that is because I get infinite shield recharger, and if a mob hits me, I can just recharge your own shield. But the 2 best ones right now are the Tactical MK, because you get infinite shield rechargers, and you can pop them whenever, and they're instant. So this is very useful to like help your teammates or doing trials and you don't have a lot of meds or you don't want to bring a lot of meds. And the Survivor Augment is extremely good too, because if you get downed, you can crawl, and you can infinitely crawl because you just instant reheal every time you don't move. This is really good to keep stalling out your enemies, ensure you don't get finished / can't bleed out. More utility tips. If you're not bringing a showstopper or at least trigger nades or some sort of heavy fuses in this meta, you are an absolute madman. The reason for this is because it's just insane. If you just expedited and you can't afford things like that, impact grenades are a solid option. Impact grenades are so cheap and they're super good. They're really good. There's many impacts. The other thing is the trigger grenade meta right now. It's super cringe. If you're using trigger grenades, you're a moron, but I'm going to show it just because. Trigger grenades are by far the best grenade in the game because you can randomly detonate it and it does the most damage out of every single grenade. It's very good to push into buildings and it's just insta-dead if you get caught out by one. your shield gets insta-cracked and stuff. Heavy fuses are the second best. They're alright, but I wouldn't recommend them. Just use trigger grenades. There's really no point in not using these, but these are pretty good too for long range. And it gives a small delay, but I would recommend throwing that at like approximately, I want to say 40 meters, because it'll basically insta-explode. So it's very good to get people out behind cover and kill them all. This is my PvP settings quickly to go over for the intro of the video. Basically, this is what I use. This is what my gameplay is. This is what my controls are. The only thing I have this changed here is my shoulder button. Your shoulder button should be immediately changed to something comfortable that you can press all the time. Shoulder swapping will save you in this game. If you don't, you're a dead man walking. This is my res. I'm using stretch res. Yes, I'm a cringe lord. I play CSGO for the 1% competitive advantage. It does make people fatter. The game does run smoother in my opinion, and it's really good. Don't use this unless you want the game to look like shit. This is what I run. My field of view is maxed, and that's about it. And I run on all low for the maximum performance. I do have 240 hertz monitor as well, so that's why it's frame locked. Always lock your frames at your corresponding monitor frame rate cap. This is my audio. My master audio is usually on 50. My effects volume is also on 50, and you need night mode on. The reason why you want to have night mode on is because it will help you in fights, because you can hear a lot better. It makes everything loud. I would recommend this if you want to have hearing loss by the age of 30. This is my sense. I use default sense 50-50, and then I use 450 DPI on arc raiders specifically. This is my current skill tree at this level. I'm recording this like the second day of that expedition. I do have a video on the exact skill tree I'm copying. The link's also in the description if you want to go check it out. I'll be posting it in the comments as well.